Let's talk about the emails between Gypsy Rose and Ryan Anderson. I want to first address the email that everyone was talking about, in which Ryan was accused by Gypsy of doing something inappropriate with a child in the room. Now, I did not jump on this bandwagon of believing this information because, number one, we know that Gypsy is a pathological liar. She rarely tells the truth. She also is very vindictive and retaliates when she's upset. I can see that Ryan thought that this would be like just lovers sharing past information, which in my opinion is never good. Do not share your private actual life with previous partners, with your new partners. It always ends badly. However, he went on to tell her a story, and Gypsy jumped to the conclusion that the child was in the room, and Ryan is saying that the child was never in the room. I believe Ryan because I have kids and I know that it is possible for you to be intimate with your partner even in the living room and the children not see, because kids sleep, right? I am sorry that Ryan is having to go through this, no matter how I feel about Ryan, no matter if I support Ryan or if I don't support Ryan. Nobody should have to go through this type of allegation so publicly online. We all know that it was not Gypsy who put these emails out, right? However, because of who Gypsy is and because she wants to live her life publicly, everything about her is going to come to the surface. She fails to recognize that everything about her is going to come to the surface, whether she likes it or not. She thinks that by dodging accountability and having her little bulldogs and her little cult members speak for her is going to prevent the truth from coming out, because she thinks that if people are defending her, that everyone is going to look at her like she's a changed person and she's so much better, and we're just going to magically trust her. She's not a trustworthy person. She's not a safe person, and you cannot trust her with any information, because she will either embellish whatever it is that you're telling her, or she will straight lie about it. She is also very verbally, emotionally, mentally, and psychologically abusive to everyone in her realm, including her cult members and including Ryan. So there are a couple of messages that were sent back and forth that really hurt my heart for Ryan. I'm going to go over one of them right now. She says, "So when you're 600 pounds, don't say, 'I didn't do what I could for you.' This is not encouragement. This is guilt. This is shame. This is abuse dressed up like concern." Then she says, "You could hire a personal trainer, get surgery, but you want to just guilt trip me by saying you'll go back to bulimia." She's using someone's past ED as a weapon to avoid taking responsibility. This is textbook emotional manipulation, but it gets deeper than that. In another message, she writes, "It was a stupid thing that we did, but I don't regret saying yes all over again with a ring. We make sacrifices for love." It sounds sweet until you realize that she got caught sneaking contraband into prison, and now she's reframing that as some kind of romantic commitment or romantic notion. That's how easily Gypsy is able to flip bad behavior into emotional leverage. I want to go back really quickly to the emotional abuse as it relates to Ryan's weight. We could physically see when he picked her up from the jail that she was uncomfortable sitting next to him. We could see when they went to the hotel, that she was uncomfortable being around him. Mentally, in her mind, she already had been attached to the idea that she did not like him because he was a heavier set guy. This particular email was not the first time that she mentioned Ryan's weight. This is the first time that I'm seeing it mentioned directly to Ryan. But she mentions it to other people that she's emailing that he's heavier set. And this is a problem for Gypsy because it's something that she is unable to control. She basically tells him, go and get, gastric bypass. Hire a trainer. Do something about your weight because your weight makes me look bad. That's the sense that I'm getting from this conversation. And I believe that this is one of the reasons why Gypsy did decide to go ahead and leave Ryan. Because even though Ryan is a good one of the good ones, she said, she was unable to get past the fact that he is overweight. Him being overweight is like her mom being overweight. And if she was this verbally abusive to Ryan about his weight and they didn't even live together, imagine what she did to her mother. Imagine how emotionally and verbally abusive she was to her own mother about her own mother's weight. I can hear it. The same words being spoken to Dee Dee that was being spoken to Ryan, which is why she's so comfortable being nasty to Ryan about his weight. She says, you're choosing not to take the opportunity. This is a woman who is sitting behind bars for committing the crime of unaliving her own mother, and she has the audacity to belittle Ryan because she thinks that he's too heavy and it's making her look bad. She's mocking him, she's mocking his trauma, and suggests that any future failure would be on him because he's not motivated enough to lose the weight for her. As we get back into the we make sacrifices for the relationships, this is martyrdom love bombing. She's reframing getting caught breaking prison rules as a romantic sacrifice, but it's not that. It's manipulation designed to pull attention away from the violation and back onto the love story. Then there's another one that says, your friend is two-faced. I introduced you to erotic experiences. I'm better than anyone else you've dated. This is about her isolating him and having ownership of Ryan. She tears down the people around her partner and then inserts herself as the only one who really knows them, loves them, or satisfies them. And that's not love. That is emotional captivity. Gypsy doesn't just manipulate the media. She manipulates the people closest to her. She uses guilt. She uses shame. She uses sex. She uses trauma as currency to get what she wants. And the saddest part, Gypsy's been doing it for so long, she probably doesn't even see it as abuse. But I do, and I'm not buying the fairy tale anymore. These emails that she wrote to Ryan, verbally abusing him, emotionally abusing him, I could only imagine what was going on behind closed doors whenever she got out of prison and home planned to his house. And I also want to say, as if she's doing anything better, I don't think Gypsy has been able to stick with anything in her life except for the crime, except for manipulating a man into getting her pregnant. Those are the only two plans that she's ever been able to sustain. What else has she done? Has she gone on a weight loss program? Has she hired a trainer? Has she done anything to better herself as a human being, to belittle the one that she was supposed to care about? I don't think so. Let me know what you think. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty of all the emotional abuse, the manipulation, the toxic relationship dynamics. And if you like stuff like that, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to like, comment, save, and share the video, and I'll see you in the next one. And I've got a mask on my face for anyone wondering.